Hello, Matthew Williams here with a quick video to say, had an encounter with a crop circle believer, and no names mentioned. The reason I'm not going to mention any names is because this person, in their own way, serves the community in, I suppose, a beneficial way. But I had a chance encounter with this person, and oh boy. Whereas I'd actually had the thought that this person was actually quite a positive sort of person. Briefly sort of said hello to them once in the past, and didn't really go into any discussions. This person actually beckoned me, come, I want to have a word with you. And I'm like, oh, here we go, another fucking Gary King situation, you know. And I said, well, okay, but I don't really want to discuss politics or crop circles per se, because I know you've got your beliefs and I don't want to go, you know, creating angst, so I'd rather not discuss it. No, come here, because I want to have a chat with you and sort of like, you know, find out where you're coming from. And I said, yeah, but that's what I don't want to do. No, come. And so anyway, I was like, all right, okay. Right, what do you want to ask then, or tell me? And basically then I had the next half an hour of just like machine gun fire. You don't know what you're on about. You're shit. You're crap. You have no facts. I have all the facts. You have nothing. You're an idiot. You're deluded. You're fucking, you're you know, do you lie like that with your mother? You know, if your mother was sitting there, would you just be lying like that? Would you feel proud of yourself? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy knows so much about me, doesn't even know my mother is dead. So if my mother was sitting in front of me, I probably would be deluded. Yeah, so maybe he has a point. But then I'm not the one saying if my mother was sitting in front of me. But yeah, geez, you know, there are times when you have to be very restrained, very restrained with what you say. People think, you know, that it's easy trying to put out the stuff that we've put out. It's not easy at all, because, you know, you've got some rather rabid people who believe in crop circles, and it really isn't easy to talk to them at all. And it's not that I wouldn't, it's that it's painful. It's painful to talk to these people. It takes a long time, and in the end you get nowhere. You get absolutely nowhere, because these people will just carry on believing what they want to believe. But I've never ever had such a barrage. Bang, 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 bang. I couldn't get a word in edgeways. I mean, you know, and things like being said like, I have all the facts. And I said, well, I've got facts too, because I've got out and done demonstrations. Oh yeah, you think you have. You're deluded though, you know, you've sort of clearly got mental problems. I'm like, wow. I mean, it's just like bang. And then you think, well, I could get in there, but, you know, I'm just like this. I'm just letting this person just go bang, 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 bang for half an hour. And in and amongst some of the gems, I mean, these are like the gems that were put across, were like, yes, and you're very fond of the media, aren't you? You know, love getting your face in the media. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this person can't wait to get in front of a camera themselves. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's not like I actually ring up media organisations and say, oh, media organisation, I really need you to come down here now and film me. Come out. No. You know, I'm usually doing something else. You know, I'm usually busy doing something, and I get a phone call. It's like, oh, this is the media, and we want to do blah. And I'm like, you know, my immediate thought is not like, oh, great, I'm going to get myself on TV. Fuck yeah, TV, Matt on TV. When you've done as much TV as I have over the years, and you know just how far you have to travel to places, and then usually you don't get paid your petrol expenses or there's some fucking bullshit. It's like it's all off you. It's all off your back, yeah. And then so they can have an interview where they chop you up into little pieces and make you say what they want, not what you want. I mean, you just get used to it. You just get used to it. It's like, here I am. They're asking me, do I want to be their little doll, their little plaything. It's not fun. It's not fun. I don't relish it, but somebody's got to do it. That's the point. It's not that I enjoy it. I don't know many people who enjoy working with the media. It's a pain in the fucking arse, but somebody's got to do it. And at the end of the day, me from the rational camp, and I did actually say to this person, I said, you're having a go at me and saying that I'm a skeptic and a debunker and I'm deluded. Well, but I actually believe in the paranormal. I've been trying to promote UFOs and strange things and telepathy. That's the reality of what crop circles are about. And yet, it seems to me like people like yourself are just not listening. They're not listening. We're actually giving them the exact way it is. Not the hairy-fairy, you can't do it, no, anything could do it. A blade of grass could do it better than you could. You know what I mean? None of this bullshit, yeah? This is how it's done. These are the people who do it. This is why they do it. And this is why it's still paranormal, and this is the reality, yeah? Straight level stuff. And people like this character just can't take it. They can't fucking take it. They would rather it be a fucking pumpkin that comes out of the ground and then transforms into an arse and goes blah, 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 and fucking farts its way around the field, creating a crop circle. That would be much, much preferable to these people, yeah, because that is genuine paranormal, no people involved, yeah. It really always strikes me as these people have an innate hate for humanity, right? They have a hate for humanity. Because they can't accept that people are in any way, shape or form involved at all, or as they say, oh yes, you might do the shittest ones that have ever appeared that look like a child has done it. Yes, you did those ones, but anything clever? No, absolutely not. Yeah, so I was so blown away. I was so pushed aback, and it takes a lot for me, because I mean, you have to get a bit of a thick skin when you do what I have done over the years. I tend to think I've got a fairly thick skin, but don't mistake the fact that these things do sink in. They really do. They sink in, and I must have spent several hours that evening running this over in my head, because I've never had such a continual barrage like that. It was amazing, and it put me on my back foot, and I didn't want to say anything to this person, because I thought, well, at the end of the day, they serve a purpose in this community, and there's no benefit in upsetting them. And I actually told them that as well. I actually said, I really don't want to upset you, and I also don't want to change your opinion, even though you're demanding proof. You wouldn't want it if I gave it to you. If I offered it to you, you'd say no. And if I said, do you want us to come and see a circle being made, you'd probably say no at the last minute, or tell everyone what we were doing to blow out the experiment or something, and I said, that's why I don't do it, because I've been down this road before of people going, I am the big I am, and you must prove it to me, because I'm the special almighty me, and it's like, fucking hell, everyone you meet like that is a special almighty me, because it's all about them. It's all about this little fucking centric universe they live in, where it's like their opinion is all that counts. Nobody else's opinion counts, just their own, because they're right, because they've got the answer, and the answer is they don't know. Yeah, and that's what it comes down to. The answer is always that they don't know what it is, but they know it's not you. Fuck me. Well, my thoughts on this matter are, as I've said before, you don't have to understand something to know it's real. You don't have to be able to make a crop circle in order to know that there are people who are more skilled and qualified at it than you that can do what you can't do. I can't perform surgery, on people, but I'm sure there are these people out there called doctors who can, they're specialists at it. They've trained at it, they've done it for many years, they've become very good at it. Sorry, a strange noise then. It's a bit bizarre. It's just wind blowing my window. It sounded like a duck being sat on it, so I went, "Ah." You might have even heard it. Anyway, forget that. I probably couldn't fly a rocket to the moon, yeah, but I'm pretty sure there are those out there that are pretty skilled at that sort of thing who could. I couldn't make a nuclear bomb, but I'm pretty sure that one was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, so somebody had to know how to do that shit, yeah? And the point is that, come on, it's a fucking crop circle. It's flattened wheat. Reality check, It's a design, it's a picture, it's a pattern. I mean, and these fucking believers, they're like, no person can do a design. They can't do a design. And they definitely can't do it at night, and they can't do it within a short space of time. He actually said to me, you could never do that in 4 hours. And I said, I didn't say fuck, but where do you get 4 hours from? Where do you get 4 hours from? Are you telling, and I'm thinking to myself, are you telling people on a daily basis 4 hours? I mean, I nearly said, have you watched Circle Makers TV? Because where do they get the 4 hours from? I said, you do realise, don't you, it gets dark at 10 and it gets light at 4:30, 5, and then sometimes there's clouds over the field so you can work into the daylight. You are aware of that, so let's work this out now. I said to him, 10 o'clock till 4, that's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And that's 6 hours, right? 7 hours if you work till 5. So where the fuck does he get 4 hours from? In this blinkered mind of this moron, yeah, they just limit all the possibilities down so it fits their fucking narrow idea of what could be possible. Oh, well, you couldn't possibly make a circle because you've only got 1 hour in the night to do it. Yeah, well, you couldn't possibly because people don't have boards. Boards don't exist, and rope and tape don't exist, and people can't draw designs. People can't do art. I mean, how could you possibly do a design like this? Nobody's ever done art. I mean, I've never seen any evidence of art in society. I mean, show me something like art. I'd like to see a piece of art. Go on, show it to me if you're so clever. Show me art. And it's like, literally, you're dealing with people on that fucking level whereby they just deny everything to do with the most basic levels of understanding. And you're probably thinking, oh, Matt, you're overreacting. No, I'm not, actually. I'm not. These people exist. They really fucking exist. I've had people say to me, hang on a sec, itchy foot. There we go. I've had people say to me, you probably couldn't even draw a circle on a piece of paper, which is kind of, I suppose that maybe they're quoting like the thing that, it's the famous artist now. See, now artists don't exist, so I can't I can't actually recall his name. Is it beginning with P? P P P P P? Oh God. Famous French artist. Oh God alive. Bollocks. I am going to look it up because I fucking hate it when I get brain jammed. It's one of the most famous artists of a famous French artist. Bollock. Bollock, 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 bollock. Bollock, bollock, bollock. Hang on, come on. Picasso. And it hasn't actually come up. There's loads up here, but it's not Picasso. But there was one called Pissarro. And when I said Pissarro, or Pissarro, 1830 to 1903, I thought, no, Picasso. Yeah, Picasso. Picasso's big trick was he could draw a perfect circle on a piece of paper, unaided. But I mean, I'm not saying I'm in that category of artist, because I mean, there are very, very talented artists. I don't even consider what we do to be high art. It's just very influential art. It has a deep impact. But is it high art? I would say probably not in many cases, because kids can do it. A child could do what we do, because some of it is inspired and some of it is deep subconscious. I'm doing well tonight, and it's deep subconscious stuff. Possibly there's even some telepathic, entry of ideas. But realistically, geometry and patterns of this nature are something that somebody with a small amount of inclination or training can do. They really can. So I wouldn't consider myself anywhere near, and I don't know if any of the other people who are involved would ever, consider themselves to be artists on the quality levels or technical standard levels of any of the famous artists. But we might think of ourselves on the level of possibly influential in respect of what is done. The genre is very well known, extremely well known, so that is why, but then again, because of the anonymity, there is humility. People who make crop, why am I going on? I'm fucking going on. This is getting into a lecture. Fuck this shit. Anyway, I met a prick. He really, really wound me up. I was very reserved, and I just said, look, I'm off. And I said, I think you've been very rude. I did actually leave. I said, I think you've been really rude, and I think that you wouldn't even be standing where you are now if it wasn't for people like me. And that was it. I was out of there. So yeah, fucking hell. You really do have to deal with them. And then, oh God, sorry, when I sneeze, hay fever. Yeah. Right, what else was there? Oh, and I met Monique as well, which was interesting. I was giving out leaflets to her exhibition, and she was very well behaved. So there we are. British paper. Great. This is a real recording. So a real recording, no editing. Right, Monique was very, very well behaved, and I was quite surprised. I was hoping she was going to be well behaved. I was hoping this other person was going to be well behaved, but they weren't. But Monique did live up to my expectations that she was going to be very well behaved, and she was. She exceeded my expectations. In fact, she was very friendly, and she took the flyers for the movie. This is a real recording, and she said yes, she would give them out. So there's a stark contrast. I mean, like somebody. There's the funny thing, Monique, somebody that in years gone by, we've had our differences, and you would expect there to be issues there, and she was perfectly fine. And then somebody who I had no issues with over the years and actually expected much, much better behaviour from, and turned out to be an absolute fucking prick. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days. Anyway, we've got the movie coming up, and I'd like to believe that the movie is a positive thing and is there for people who like the art and like what crop circles are, whether they're believers or not. We are not going to have any discussions of politics or anything at the movie. It's literally going to be just crop circles up on the big screen and people can come and enjoy it. And I would imagine that there are going to be people who have an involvement in it from all sorts of sides will be there. So it'll be a very interesting place to be, and just from the point of view of who is in that room, you know, crop circle believers and crop circle facilitators. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting, and I hope everyone comes along, and if they don't, then, you know, I pick up the tab. But this is it. An artist has to suffer for their art. So there we are. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching, and 21 minutes, and this wasn't a short recording, so thank you very much. Good night.